Hey guys, Bike here. So, today's video is on the Kronshtadt. If you guys remember, back in December, I did an unboxing video, so to speak. I bought 40 Santa containers and I opened them all, made a YouTube video out of it. I got like 9 premium ships out of it. And a lot of you guys in the comments were like, wow, you got the Kronshtadt, man, good for you. And I'm like, that's cool. What is it? This ship has been removed from the game, and it only comes back for special events like the Santa container. And it is considered a rare ship. You don't really see it that much anymore. I feel like you see it a little bit more now, because more people have gotten it from the Santa containers. And essentially what it is like before we got super cruisers in the game, this was considered one of the first super cruisers. This and Stalingrad since gotten ships like the Gear, the Alaska. In fact, historically, this ship, it was never completed in real life, but it was being built as a way of, according to the ship's bio, to compete with the Alaska class of heavy cruisers that the Americans were building. And some of you guys might know that was basically a battleship, but not quite a battleship. So we're going to go through the ship today. I've never really done much of a review, so to speak, on a ship before. So sorry if it's a little rough. Mostly just going to be sharing my thoughts and opinions on it, and we'll kind of go over the basics of the ship. So, right now, armor. Got a 25mm bow. Means watch out for 15mm guns, which at tier 9, especially considering you're going to be going up against super ships and tier 10 ships, there's a lot of them. But you still got some armor right here. So what I typically do with this ship is go bow in. People will try and hit you with HE because you got a 27mm bow. They're going to pierce you and potentially start fires. And one thing that kind of stinks with this ship is it got the updated heavy cruiser battleship burn time. So now it's like a full 60 seconds. Excuse me. That was a good one. You got some good armor on the sides of your ship. You got to watch out for this right here. But I would not show broadside in this ship. You will get destroyed. It hurts a lot. Strip this down. So this ship has deck armor, and then it has castmate armor underneath it. I've seen a few ships that have castmate as like their deck armor. Close enough. This is your citadel right here. And you got 2 weak points. They are covered by this, but I have been citadeled through the nose of the ship. It doesn't happen often. I still highly recommend you go bow in with this ship. One of the best things about this, with the health perk right here that you get, the survivability expert, plus 450 health per tier, so at tier 9. Pretty decent chunk. Don't ask me to do math, I didn't prepare that part. You got a lot of health. It's pretty nice, not gonna lie. And that's probably one of the main selling points for this ship. 75,000 health at tier 9, that's more than a lot of battleships that you might encounter that are like tier 8, some tier 9, but it definitely helps out a lot, especially when you pair this ship with someone like Kuznetsov with Will for Victory. You can definitely hang out for a while. That's why I recommend you go bow in with this ship. Now, the guns. Guns. So you got 305mm. I believe that's somewhere around 12-inch guns. And they're pretty decent when they want to be. The AP can definitely pack a punch. I have citadel ships that were broadside, mainly cruisers, and I have wrecked them, assuming the shells hit. This ship has the classic Russian dispersion type thing. I don't know if it's the full-on gimmick with the Russian battleships where the closer you get, the more accurate the guns get. But I have definitely seen where one moment you're chunking, next moment, pew! Where'd those shells go? Not on target. But they can definitely pack a punch. And the HE is not too bad either. I have started many fires with this ship. What typically happens with me in this ship is I go bow in, I go forward, I go backwards, I go forward, I go backwards. I contest a point, I pop radar, 12-kilometer radar, by the way. It's really nice. You can spot those DDs that are hiding in smoke in the points. And basically support the team like that. The secondaries, before we get off of the guns, the secondaries, they're not really reliable. They're largely inaccurate, but I have started fires with them. So if you get in super close, I wouldn't expect it. You got 17 millimeter pin on with these things, but you know, sometimes you might start an accidental fire you weren't expecting. The airstrikes, you got 2 of them, come back on 30 seconds. Nice. You got 7 kilometers. Would like to see that a little bit further at tier 9, but I want to take what I can get. AA was whatever. I guess it's okay. I've definitely been picked on, especially if you're trying to hold a point and the aircraft carrier decides to focus you and you're going back and forth a lot. You're going to shoot down a couple planes, but especially at tier 9, you're going to be experiencing super CVs and tier 10 CVs. It can really pack a punch. And I would probably recommend you have a buddy with you if you're trying to go plane hunting. Maneuverability, 35 knots, not too bad, especially for a ship this big, and help you get to some of those points. Maybe find an island and contest it, you know, shoot from behind it. Again, I don't know if I'd recommend that because the gun dispersion, it's whatever. And then concealment, yeah, 15 kilometers. I'm running what you might call a lighthouse build on this ship. Essentially, anything when you're using top grade gunner, anything within your standard detectability range, you get a 8-second, you get a minus 8% reload. Not 8 seconds, that would be huge. Minus 8% reload. You pair that with the fact that these guns already have an 18.5 second reload. Ships like the Agir and the Azuma are at a 20-second reload. So you get just a little bit faster, because you're going to need it. And the reason why, you're probably going to be missing shots that should have hit. The reason why, Russian dispersion. Oh, man. This ship, it's right when I think I'm absolutely done with this ship, I'll go and do something nutty like broadside Citadel of 2 cruisers in a row, and you're just like, wow, I thought these guns sucked, and then the next 3 salvos just completely win. And you're going, wow, I thought I was pretty accurate with that. Yeah, and player skill, it's a thing. I'm a bit of a average Joe, you could say. My profile will show that. I'm at like a 45% win rate overall. If we scroll down, yeah, we got to keep going. 49% win rate off of 51 games. I finally went below 50% win rate with the ship. I got to work on those numbers and try to get it back up, because when I first got the ship, believe it or not, I was actually sitting comfy at 60% win rate. And I think the main reason for that is cat's kind of out of the bag. When I first got the ship, not a lot of people knew that it was a radar ship, and they kind of were like, whatever. And you started spotting their DDs. And I think more people got the ship from the Santa containers. And yeah, I think more people know about the ship now, especially YouTube videos like this. Heck, you might be watching this video going, yeah, I got it from a Santa container. I played it twice and never touched it again. In my case, I didn't really have too many tier 9 premiums, and I wanted to be able to level up my commanders and stuff. So I was just like, okay, tier 9 Russian premium ship, let's go. And I just used the bejesus out of it. So I will continue to play this ship, and hopefully I can get these numbers up, but I don't really live a lot. The main thing with this ship is I try and tank a lot for the team and hope they win, and that kind of feels really bad. Having to rely on your teammates and not having that much battle impact yourself. Like, look, on average, I do 51,000 damage with this ship. I feel like that's kind of atrocious compared to what I've done with other battleships, and this is a sort of battleship light ship. That's a thing. But I do tank a lot in this ship. On average, I tank 1.3 million potential damage. And I've even tanked all the way up. Here's my most per game, 2.6 million potential damage, just going back and forth, Kuznetsov popping off. And with all the heals and everything, it's nice. It's nice. This is a ship I'd probably like to play more with in a division to help my division mates out. Because it's got all the nice little supporting pieces there. The radar, the health, the, hey, look at me, shoot at me. Oh, I'm going to shoot at you. I'm going to start fires. Okay, guys, burn them down. But in terms of sealing the deal yourself, doesn't happen too often. The most I've ever killed in this ship in one game is 3 ships. And you look at the amount of ships I've killed, 19. 51 games. Yeah, that's a lot of games where I went in, tanked a while, and then died and had beyond contested a point for a couple minutes. Not much. So yeah, in conclusion, I like the ship. I'll continue to play the ship. It'll probably cause me to pull my hair out a number of times. And yeah. Oh, I don't know if you guys noticed, but they had a Kronshtadt port. I decided to review Kronshtadt and the Kronshtadt port. It just felt right. Anyway, you guys take care. Cheers.